Google AdWords versus SEO. Which one should you be doing in 2022? What's up, everyone? My name is Svedin, and welcome to my channel where we discuss all things Google advertising, YouTube, display, you name it, we do it. So in this video, we're going to discuss Google AdWords and SEO. Which ones should you be using? For those of you who don't know, SEO stands for search engine optimization. And Google AdWords, well, it used to be known as Google AdWords. It's now just called Google Ads. Google AdWords is where you go to Google search bar and you type in, electrician near me. And at the very top, you'll notice at the top, like 2 or 3 or 4 positions, they'll have a little ad symbol next to it. And that is actually Google AdWords or Google search ads. So let's dive on into an example of what Google AdWords are and what SEO is and what they look like on a Google search page. All right, so what you can see here, I've just typed in electrician Mandra, and basically on this page, right, you have a few things here. So see this little ad, similar little ad? Okay, that is Google AdWords. That is a Google ad. You people, if I were to click on this, which I won't, but if I were to click on this person would get charged for that particular click. Now, these results right here, this is from Google My Business. Okay, so if you have Google My Business set up, and I will do a video based on that, and you'll find a link to that. If it's been created, I'll do a link to that up in the right-hand section of this video. You'll see a link there. So this is the Google My Business account. This is the Google Maps, right? Shows you where these different electrical services are based. And then down here, boom, down here, this is where you have the SEO. So this is the search engine optimization. Okay, so anyone that has SEO on their page will be in this section right here. These are all 100% organic ads. Now, if you scroll down here, yep, good. So down here, you can see here on the very bottom, they'll also have ads at the bottom here as well. So you'll have Google search ads at the bottom and at the top, and then you'll have the Google My Business links or clicks, or we're not link, but links with the Google Map, and then you'll have your SEO. So this is a really good example of kind of why you want to be doing Google Ads, is because you can put your ad up here. You can put your business up here, and it's going to be above the map. It's going to be above this, above all this. Sometimes, in some instances, there may be YouTube videos. Google will show YouTube videos here, right, above SEO, and then you have your SEO below all of that. So let's jump back over to my face where you can see me, and we'll discuss more about Google Ads and SEO and which ones you should be doing. So probably the biggest difference between SEO and paid ads is, well, one's free and one is paid. Google paid ads, you basically pay to have your business being at the top on a Google search result based upon keywords, targeting keywords. You target certain keywords, people type in those keywords, and your ad shows up. If they click on your ad, then you get charged. Whereas SEO is 100% free. Okay, again, it's based around keywords, but if someone clicks on your result, on your link, you don't get charged at all. So that's probably the biggest difference between paid ads and SEO. Now, another big difference between SEO and Google search ads is SEO takes a long time to get rolling. Okay, so if you want to get on that first page of Google, especially towards the top, it takes a long time to get there. It takes a lot of effort to get there. It could take months to get there and to stay there. So it's not like, once you're there, hey, I'm there, I've made it, I'm in the big leagues. No, once you're there, you have to continually maintain that position. Otherwise, you just get knocked back. So there's a lot of effort that goes into setting up and doing SEO and getting on that first page of Google, and it takes a long time to get there. Whereas with Google paid ads, you can get there in 24 hours, right? If you set your campaigns up correctly, you can get there in 24 hours. But again, you have to pay to play. You have to pay to be there. Another difference between SEO and Google Ads is basically it's a lot easier to measure and calculate your return on your ad spend, your return on your investment with Google Ads than it is with SEO, because there's a lot more moving parts with SEO than there is for Google Ads. So with Google Ads, you say, look, yep, I've spent $20,000 this month on advertising, and I've had $100,000 come out the other end. All right, so I've had a 5 times return on my advertising investment. Okay, where with SEO, it's not very measurable. I mean, you can say, look, I've spent this much money paying someone to do SEO for me, and this much has come out from it. So you can do that, but it's a lot harder to see the math with organic than it is with paid ads. Now, before I move on, guys, with the rest of the list, make sure you guys smash that like and subscribe button. Make sure you tick that little bell button so it ensures that you receive notification of all of my up and coming training videos. Now, the next difference between SEO and Google Ads is basically with Google Ads, once you turn off your ad campaigns or once your budget runs out, that's it. That's it. You're no longer visible. You can't be seen anymore. However, with SEO, okay, there's no turning off. Okay, once you've set up your SEO and your SEO is running and you're just updating it and keeping it, doing on-page SEO, off-page SEO, and I won't get too much into it. That's there for the long term. Like that's a long-term play. Okay, so if you want long-term wins, then SEO is definitely something you want to be doing. With Google AdWords, it's also long-term, but it's also the short term. Okay, you can get on the first page of Google within 24 hours, easy peasy, chicken sneezy. Now, the next difference between SEO and Google AdWords is that SEO, you can only target a few search terms, right? You can only target a few keywords. If you want your website to show up, it needs to be focused and optimized for a couple keywords. Always, because if you broaden your horizons too much with too many types of keywords you're focusing on, you're going to be a jack of all trades and master at none, if you know what I mean. However, with Google AdWords, okay, with Google Ads, you can target as many keywords as you want, and you can show up on the first page of Google on those keywords within 24 hours if it's done correctly. So SEO, you have to target a few really targeted keywords. With Google AdWords, you can target a whole truck ton of keywords, and you can be on the first page of Google within 24 hours. All right, now before I get into the last difference between SEO and Google AdWords, if you're interested in learning how to do Google AdWords, how to do it like I do it and my team does it, how we do it for all our clients, we've spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on advertising with Google search. If this is something you're interested in the description below, there is a link to our Google Success Program. It's very reasonably priced. Click on the link, takes you to a website, tells you all about it. Now, if you're interested in our 2-week free Google Ads Management Program, there's a link in the description also for that. It's by application only. We do not choose everyone. So click on that link if you want 2 weeks free, where we set up everything for you. We set up your ad, your copy, your ads. You do all your keyword research. We make sure the campaign is set up for success right out the door. The last difference between paid ads and Google search is that with paid ads, you can advertise on different websites that may be on the Google Search Network, on the Google Partner Network, or on the Display Network. You can broaden your horizon. You can broaden your reach with paid ads. With SEO, you can only focus on the Google Search Network. You can't go anywhere else with SEO. Okay, so that's the kind of the differences between SEO and paid ads. Now, you'll be asking which ones are for me. Which one should I be doing? Should I be doing SEO? Should I be doing paid ads? And the answer is you should be doing both. Why should you do both? Because as I said before, SEO is a long-term play, and you can only focus on a couple of keywords with SEO. Whereas Google AdWords is a short-term and a long-term play, and you can target multiple keywords. The keywords that you can't really focus on with your SEO, you can focus on with your Google Ads. Now, here's another thing. If you have good SEO on your website or on your landing page, or whatever it may be. It will improve your quality score for your Google ads. And what that means is that you'll be paying less for your Google ads than, say, your competitors who may not be doing SEO. So which one should you do? You should do both. If you can't do both, well, if you're looking for a long-term play, not just the short-term, okay, SEO. But in my humblest opinion, I would be doing Google AdWords. I'd be doing Google ads the entire time. And then I would try and do SEO later on. Why? Because you can get seen. Your business can become visible within 24 hours. Straight away, you're going to be at the top, in the first 1 to 3 positions at the top of Google. But if you can do both, do both. Now, what you guys need to understand is that Google ads and SEO, they're not competitors. It's not either or. You can do both, and you should do both if you can, because it's going to help make your brand, make your business more visible. It's going to help decrease your marketing costs. Once you've been doing SEO for, say, 6 to 12 months, right, and you've really honed it in, okay, it's really going to drop your marketing costs, because you're going to be getting your organic traffic. The leads and the sales you get from organic traffic are going to help subsidize and drop your cost per acquisition, right? Drop that CPA for your advertising. So in conclusion, guys, you want to be doing both SEO and Google AdWords. Now, I hope you guys found this video insightful. In the comment section below, drop what you learned the most. What was your biggest aha moment? What questions you have about SEO? What questions you have about Google Ads? All right, drop them in the comment section below. I try to answer as many questions as I possibly can, get back to you guys with those. And again, make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. All right, we'll see you in the next video.